Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to today's video in which we are going to be talking about some beautiful spring fragrances for women. If you would like to find out more, definitely keep on watching. First up, we have a fragrance which I don't really hear a lot of people talk about, and this one is Peonypop by Hermetica. This one is just a gorgeous fruity floral fragrance that is perfect for spring and summer. It's sweet, it's juicy, it's fruity, it's fresh, bright, happy and uplifting. It opens up with a lot of fruitiness. We have a lot of blackcurrant in here and raspberry. Also, we have a little bit of a citrusy touch. There is a little bit of bergamot and grapefruit. We have a lot of peony and rose, adding a little bit of sweetness. In the dry down, we have musk and sandalwood. The fragrance feels very soft and kind of creamy, sweet, floral and fruity, but it has an amazing performance. It's super long lasting. This is a compliment getter for me. This is just a gorgeous, pretty, fruity floral perfume. Next up, we have another fruity perfume, and this one is absolutely stunning. I have a sample of this, and I need the full bottle ASAP. And this is Ce Soir by PDK. This is a spicy, fruity perfume that feels very fresh at the same time. It opens up with ginger, black pepper, a sweet mandarin orange, so it's kind of bright but also a little bit spicy at the same time. We have a lot of quince in here with some jasmine and orange blossom. It's floral, it's fruity. We have a lot of patchouli in here as well, so if you don't like patchouli, you might not enjoy this one, but this one is just a patchouli bomb with an addictive fruitiness. It feels a little bit woody and deep, but fresh and bright and just so beautiful. This is a sexy, fruity floral perfume that I feel like it's just gorgeous for spring and summer. Coming up, we have a beautiful fruity gourmand fragrance that is perfect for spring, and this is Candy by Superz. This one opens up very bright and citrusy with a little bit of orange. We have a lot of marshmallow in here, so it feels sugary, sweet, powdery. We have a delicious caramel note as well with plenty of vanilla. We have a little bit of iris as well, which adds up to the powderiness, but this one smells very pretty and girly to me. It's sweet, but it feels very soft and airy at the same time. The citruses here with the marshmallow are so beautiful. This is a fun, playful, girly, pretty type of a fragrance. It has a little bit of sweetness, powderiness, freshness and fruitiness. It's just a joyful fragrance. This one kind of reminds me of a mix between Pink Sugar and Oriana by Parfums de Marly. So think about the caramel in Pink Sugar, but with the fluffiness of the marshmallows that you get in Oriana. It's just a stunning, sweet, pretty perfume. If you enjoy gourmand fragrances, this is one that is beautiful for spring and summer. It's delicious, but still very light and airy and fluffy. Coming up, we have one of my most favorite spring-summer perfumes, and this one is Meliora by Parfums de Marly. I do speak about this one quite often, but this one is just so beautiful and gorgeous. This is a berry fragrance that feels very elegant and sophisticated. It's beautiful. It opens up with a lot of black currant, some red berries. We have a very prominent cassis note in here as well. It feels very juicy, sweet, fruity, a little bit green. We have some rose and lily of the valley. It's sweet and floral. In the dry down, we have musk and a little bit of vanilla. This one is just a gorgeous, fruity, floral, musky perfume that smells very elegant, beautiful, sophisticated. It's fresh, it's juicy, it's sweet, it's fruity, it's sparkling. This is just perfection in a bottle. If you enjoy fragrances with berries, this is a must try. It's absolutely stunning. Next up, we have a gorgeous musky fragrance, and this one is Valaya by Parfums de Marly. I have the sample of this one, but this is so high on my wish list for this spring and summer. This is just a gorgeous musky perfume. I have it on my hand here. It feels very fruity and floral and fresh and clean and just so bright and elegant and luxurious. Now, this is a fragrance which is very similar to Fleur Narcotique. They were done by the same perfumer. They smell pretty much the same. So if you have Fleur Narcotique, you don't really need Valaya in your collection. But this is just creamy, sweet, floral, fruity, fresh, musky and clean. It smells so pretty. It has this very soft sweetness about it. We have a lot of orange blossom in here. We have a sweet kind of peachy undertone as well. We have bergamot adding a little bit of brightness. This is a beautifully blended floral, fruity, musky perfection. Next up, we have one umbrella for you by Floraiku. This has to be one of the most beautiful bottles in my perfume collection. The fragrance is a work of art and so is the bottle. But this is a very beautiful gourmand fragrance which is perfect all year round. It smells amazing during summer and spring, but it's beautiful during the colder months as well. It's very sweet and juicy and fruity. We have a lot of black currant in here. We have a lot of tea and musk and cedar, and we have a gorgeous unique rice note. This makes the fragrance so balanced. It makes it very unique and sophisticated. The rice note is very prominent to my nose. At first, when you spray the fragrance, it kind of feels a little bit dry and almost savory, but at the same time you have this sweet juicy black currant. It's very delicious. It smells like a blueberry cupcake. It really is very yummy, but it's also very balanced. It's not too sweet. The tea is adding a little bit of freshness and greenness in here. We have a little bit of woodiness. This is just a very well balanced, unique, fruity, sweet perfume with a little bit of everything. It's woody, it's musky, it's fresh, it's juicy, it's sweet, it's comforting. This is a beautiful fragrance. However, it's also very unique with the rice note, so you absolutely need to try this one before you buy. Next, we have another fragrance on my wish list, and this one is Mallow by Sora Dora. This is such a beautiful, sparkling, fruity, sweet, violet fragrance. It opens up with a lot of candied, sugary violet. We have a lot of raspberry in here as well. The raspberry is almost fuzzy and sparkling. We have a lot of orange blossom, which is sweet and creamy, and we have a lot of vanilla and musk as well. This is honestly one of the prettiest violet fragrances I have tried. It's very girly and fun and playful and fruity and sweet. It has this addictive sugary powderiness in here, and the orange blossom, it's very sweet and creamy. This to me smells like Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian, but with a lot of violet and a lot of raspberries. So think of the same sweet, delicious, creamy orange blossom that we have in Love Don't Be Shy, and add some sparkling, sweet, fruity raspberry and a sugary, candied violet to it. Mallow is so feminine and girly and pretty and sparkling and fruity. It has a lot of sweetness, but it also feels very bright and airy and fluffy and creamy and soft. This is honestly one of the prettiest violet raspberry fragrances that will be so beautiful for spring and summer. Next, we have another musky fragrance, and this is Musc Pallas by Jovoy. This is a gorgeous, sparkling, but powdery, musky perfume. It opens up a little bit citrusy with a bergamot note, and in here we have a gorgeous peach fruitiness. The peach is fuzzy and sparkling. It adds a little bit of sweetness, and we have a lot of musk in here with a little bit of iris. The iris makes it powdery. The fragrance feels very soft and fresh and clean and just so elevated. This is a perfume that smells like fresh laundry, but in the best way possible. It has this very beautiful fruity, sparkling powderiness in here. This is the perfect fruity, musky perfume that feels very elegant, sophisticated, airy, soft and bright. This is honestly perfection. Next, we have one of my most favorite fruity perfumes, and this one is Dolce Amalfi by Xerjoff in the Casamorati line. This is a sweet, juicy, fruity perfume that when you first spray it, it smells like a bubblegum, but in the very best way possible. It's very delicious. This fragrance has an amazing combination of bright, uplifting notes like quince and apple, but also we have a lot of deep, warm, spicy notes like cloves, cardamom, and we have a lot of vanilla in here as well. But it just feels very fresh and fruity and fun and uplifting, but at the same time it feels very warm, balsamic, cozy, vanillic. This is honestly a beautiful fragrance to wear all year round. It smells gorgeous during spring and summer, and it smells beautiful during the colder months as well. This is a phenomenal fruity fragrance. If you're looking for something that feels very sweet and fruity and juicy, but also has a little bit of spiciness and some warmth to it, this is one that you absolutely need to try. It is a beautiful fruity perfume. And last but not least, we have a gorgeous rose fragrance, and this one is 106 by Bon Parfumeur, and this right here is a very feminine, soft, pretty, delicious fragrance. We have a lot of rose in here and a lot of vanilla with a little bit of musk. There is pink pepper in the opening, but I personally don't really pick up on any pepperiness. When I spray the fragrance, right away I get this very beautiful, soft, sweet rose with a lot of vanilla. It feels sugary and powdery. It's a little bit musky as well, but it just smells so feminine and so pretty. To me, this fragrance reminds me of a Turkish delight, which is dusted with some powdered sugar on top. It's very delicious, but it's very sexy at the same time. This is a beautiful rose and vanilla fragrance. So this was all for today, guys. These are some of my favorite spring perfumes at the moment. Please let me know down in the comments what are some of your favorite spring fragrances, or what is on your wish list for spring and summer. I would love to know. And if you stayed up until the end, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you next time.